What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Josh and Canine Apollo. How are you guys? Super excited. We're a couple days away from 4th of July. One of my favorite times. Unfortunately, kind of a bummer because we have like COVID going on. We had like all the riots going on. So not really sure how this year's going to turn out. We actually had our fireworks display canceled this year. So it's kind of like a good thing that that's not going to go on because that's going to help distract Apollo in some way, but we're still going to have people that are partying and making all kinds of ruckus. So today's video, I'm going to offer some tips and strategies and things I recommend you do before major holidays like New Year's Eve, Halloween, and 4th of July. Before we jump into today's video, make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, and check the links below in the description for products I use. And ultimately, in today's video, the product that we recommend you use and try. So without further ado, let's jump into that video. So let's get into it. So how many of you guys have your pets struggle, whether it's a horse, a dog, cats, pets in general? How many of your guys' pets struggle with loud noises, whether that's fire trucks from their or emergency vehicles with their sirens, or like New Year's Eve and 4th of July in particular when there is just tons of distraction, loud booms, etc. Raise my hand. I'm definitely one of them. My dog struggles with it quite a bit, and it's actually kind of weird because Apollo actually was trained to be soundproof, and these things didn't used to distract him. But it's just like how people are. When we're not doing something consistently all the time, we become very inconsistent at whatever it is we used to do regularly. So that is one thing that he struggles with, and I am going to talk about a product that we use that helps me get through that problem. Okay, so first things first, let's make sure that we're prepping and being prepared for knowing days in advance that holidays are coming. Number two, make sure that if you don't allow your dog or like cat to come inside, that I would recommend putting them in like a garage. It's a secure place. Maybe put a fan in there. You could slightly pop the garage door open a couple inches just so it allows air in there. Put a fan in there, that way you're just circulating air. And that right there is a very safe area for your pets to be. And that's only in the case that you don't want your pet coming inside. Why people do that, I don't really know. I don't understand it. I understand maybe that it just doesn't work for you, but I wouldn't even have a pet if they couldn't come inside. Number three, I would say that if you don't allow your dog to free roam your house, then get a crate or a kennel or even your cat and put them in there. Put some water in there, some food in there, so that way that your animal is safe and secure, and even put it by you guys. If you don't want to put your animal by you, maybe just put it in a locked room or something like that, where you just have some music going, the TV going. We're just creating a distraction so the dog or animal, the pet, is not really hearing that, and it kind of masks that noise. That actually does amazing wonders for Apollo at times. Or even when I leave, I'll turn on like Animal Planet and just let the TV be on, and he'll just hear that, and it just keeps him really calm and mellow. So I would definitely recommend that with your guys' pet and animals if you don't allow them to just free roam. Number four, when it comes to free roaming and allowing your pets inside, make sure that things are put up that they can't run into, they can't escape and go cause themselves harm, because they're gonna get freaked out, they're gonna get scared, much like little kids are gonna do, like little toddlers and whatnot. They're gonna be afraid. So just neutralize and combat the situation by making it easier. I always turn on the TV or I turn on a fan and music just so it helps just noise distract all that out, and so Apollo really doesn't have to think about what's going on. Because the problems that I've had with Apollo is if I don't do that and he hears the noises, he starts freaking out, running around the house, ultimately knocking stuff over because he's trying to get in little crevices or nooks that he can go hide in because he freaks out. And it's just an easier way to control the situation when you're just calming the dog down and allowing them to kind of free roam, but you're monitoring it and not allowing them to hurt themselves by going in these areas, and you're putting stuff up that might harm them or hurt them. Please don't be that pet owner that just takes off to your friends or family and goes partying, has a good time, got your kids, your family, you're just woo-doo, having a great time, and your animal is at home just dying and miserable because they can't stand these loud noise.
Bag up, bag up, bag up, Terry. Put in reverse, Terry. Put in reverse. Oh, Lord, Lord, jeez. Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez. What you doing, Terry? Terry,
You're not there, so they don't feel safe, they don't feel comforted. They're just completely stressed. Their anxiety level is just peaked out the roof, and they don't know what to do. They're digging, destroying your backyard, tearing up your planter, chewing up whatever's in their realm so that they can just find some type of inner peace to control that within themselves. There is a huge percentage of animals that they're just not comfortable with those loud noises. They're just not. They're never going to be. And it ultimately just scares them. And out of fear, they just react, and they don't even think subconsciously about what they're doing. They don't think about the mistakes. They don't think about the consequences. They just want to get out of that environment and get to a safe and secure place. 90% of the time, it's just going into a corner of some type or hiding under something where they feel secure within themselves from the immediate threat of the noise or the distraction. The reason why I say these things, guys, and why it's so vital and so critical that you take these precautions, because I myself, when I was younger, we had a dog get hit by a car and pass away because one of the gates was not locked and shut. You've heard me talk about our German Shepherd, Jana. Well, we actually had another one growing up named Cochise that was a male German Shepherd, and he was actually deaf. Both the two dogs got out after we went out and came home, and we noticed that the dogs weren't there. We went around the neighborhood looking, couldn't find them, and a couple days went by. Then out of nowhere, we ended up getting Jana, the female German Shepherd, and then another few days went by, still didn't hear anything. We made some signs for Cochise, and ultimately my dad, who's a retired fireman, was on his way to work and got a call and ultimately found out that Cochise had been hit by a car on a major highway. And that's just like a really devastating thing to find out as a dog owner, a pet owner. But, you know, keep in mind, I was a little kid, so this was just traumatic for me and devastating. So it's really important that you guys do those things and you take these precautions so that that doesn't happen to you or your kids or the pet in general. And there's easy ways to combat those things by just doing simple little things by safely and securing your area with your pets. Ultimately, if you can, bringing them inside. If you can't, putting them in a safe area, like I said, in a garage. The reason I stress people checking out the products and the companies beforehand is because if these companies aren't approved by, let's say, the FDA, the USDA, specifically for your pets, then you could be putting toxins inside them. Understand it like this: as technology and the market grows, so are all these companies going to come out with all these new different developments, procedures, treats, candies, oils. But you got to make sure that you've done the research to know that it's actually not toxic and that it is safe. It's went through clinical trials and that it is developed and safe for pet use. There's tons of CBD products on the market right now, but there's tons of them that have not been through clinicals, and you don't even know what they're putting inside of it because it doesn't even list it all. And they're off-brand names that you've never even heard of that just popped up yesterday on the street corner. So make sure that you guys are doing your homework in all these products, and that's why I specifically recommend you guys to use our product, Honest Paws. Honest Paws is used by me, Apollo, a working retired canine that obviously he had his orthopedic surgery, so we use 3 different ones. We use the wellness one, we use the mobility one, we use the relief one, and I use the calming one. Each one has a designated formulated oil and specific management to it for the property in which the animal needs help with. So I use, for like 4th of July, I use the calming oil. For Apollo's joints and things like that, when I need him up and walking around, or we're gonna be walking around that day, I use the mobility. For just like relief overall, just calming and gonna go to sleep, I use the relief and calming. And overall, I use the wellness one. They are great products. I also use the CBD organic coconut oil, and I spread that over Apollo's food. And I also actually use, I mentioned it before in the video, is Honest Paws Relief. This is a balm. So check them out. Check out the link below, honestpaws.com. Use our promo code K9Apollo20 off. That's capital letters to get 20% off your purchase. Check the link below in the description and comment and let us know if you purchase it, and let us know what you think about it, or if you've given them a shot already, comment below and let us know. I know today's video wasn't a long video, but I hope it offered you guys some type of insight, some perspective on different tips and strategies that you might try with your pet. And I really just encourage you guys to help make the next holiday that comes up. Shoot, even Halloween's gonna come up before you know it, and so is Thanksgiving and Christmas. And hey, let's face it, people get drunk and wasted around those times and go shoot off fireworks too around those times. But at least you will be prepared for like New Year's Eve, when you know there's gonna be all kinds of ruckus happening for sure. So guys, thank you so much. We will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.